All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. That's all praise to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. Right? It's the brother Aliyah. Right? For Angels of Yahweh, South Carolina. Today's topic is can we judge according to the Bible? Because a big misconception in the world and in the Christian church is that only God can judge me, right? You know, and where they get that from, they get it from a Tupac song, right? That ain't in the Bible. You It's actually a sin for you not to judge righteously, though. You know, it'll be a problem if I was judging according to appearance. You know, judging according to the clothes a brother have on, right? You got to judge according to the law, statutes, and commandments. Uh, but anyway, I'm gonna show in the Torah where you could judge. Which is the first five books of the Bible. I'm gonna show in the Tanakh where you could judge, which is the Old Testament, and I will show in the New Testament where you could judge. Right. So we're gonna start off with the Torah. This is Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shall thou shall thou judge thy neighbor, right? So it just said, but in righteousness shall thou judge thy neighbor. So this is literally a commandment. You got to judge your neighbor righteously. So, and if you wasn't judging your neighbor righteously, you would be in sin, right? Then verse 17 goes on to say, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. That's judging right there. If you're rebuking your neighbor, right? Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So that's another verse telling you, you know, you're supposed to judge your neighbor righteously, right? Okay, so let's go to the Tanakh. Go to Proverbs real quick. Proverbs 31 and 9, I believe. Yep. Proverbs 31 and 9. Open thy mouth, judge righteously. Just like Leviticus said, you know, you ought to judge righteously, you know, according to the law, statutes, and commandments. And I'm going to start over. Proverbs 31 and 9. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Right? So there you have it again in a Tanakh telling you to judge righteously, though. Right? So we're going to go to the New Testament. Let's get Yahweh Shah's words, right? What is that? John 7:24. This is St. John chapter 7, verse 24. Judge not according to the appearance. Like I said, it'd be a problem if I went to a brother who was judging because of the clothes he had on and the attire he had on, right? But the brother actually serving the Most High better than me, you know? That's why the scriptures say, judge not according to the appearance. I'm going to start over. John 7:24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment, right? So Torah, Tanakh, and the New Testament telling you to judge righteously, you know? So you can judge according to the Bible. Let's get another one in First Corinthians. This is First Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2. Do ye know not that the saints shall judge the world? Who are the saints? The Israelites. So I'm gonna read it again. First Corinthians 6:2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world, right? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? So it said the saints is even going to judge the smallest matters, right? But I thought you couldn't judge people. It just don't make sense. But I'm gonna prove who the saints are real quick. Go to the book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh, right? So that's who the saints are. It's 1 Corinthians 6:2 says the saints are even going to judge the smallest matters, right? And they're going to judge the world, you know. Let's go to Ezekiel. Book of Ezekiel. What is that? Ezekiel 3:18. Okay, this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. So Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel just said, if you don't warn uh, a wicked person in their sins, which would be a fellow Israelite, if you don't warn them, the Lord gonna require their blood at your hands, right? So that's another, that's judging right there. You telling them they're going off, that's judging. Let's get Isaiah 58:1, because it's a big uh misconception in the world. You know, nobody can judge me but God. It's a whole book in the Bible called Judges of people judging. You know, Psalms 58:1, the classic. This is Salaki, Isaiah 58:1, the classic. This is Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sins. So we have to, let somebody know when they're going off, when they're in sin. That's throughout the Torah, Tanakh, and the New Testament, right? Let's get some more. Because a lot of people hear that Tupac song, and they just think only God can judge them for real. Now it would be a problem if I was judging, but I was being a hypocrite with it. Like if I told a brother to stop smoking weed, but I'm smoking weed, right? Then it would be a problem. So like I'm trying to, you got Proverbs 27:5. Open rebuke is better than secret love, right? If you're rebuking somebody, that means you telling them, they going off, basically, right? So open rebuke is better than secret love. That's Proverbs 27:5. You got, who is that? Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? You know, let's see what else we got. So like, Oh, here go another one. In Deuteronomy, this is Deuteronomy 25 and 1. If there be a controversy between men, and they come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. Right? So there you have it. It says that the judges may judge them. And you have to justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. That's another verse saying, we're supposed to judge. Right? For example, let's go to the Apocrypha. Right? When you whoop your kid, right? Aren't you judging them? Right? When you tell them not to put their finger in that socket, right? When you tell them to get their finger off the stove, right? This is Sirach, chapter 30, starting at verse number 1. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod. Is that talking about like a whooping, basically, you know? So he that loveth his son, he gonna correct his son. He gonna whoop him, right? He's not gonna suffer sin upon his son, you know? So start from the top. Sirach 30 from the top. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. Right? Meaning, if you punish your son now, while he's young, later on down the line, he's going to grow up to be, a good man, right? Because he was chastised as a child. Right? Verse 2. He that chastised his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice in him among his acquaintances. Salakia. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends shall he rejoice in him. Right? So when you have children, you're judging them, right? You telling them what's right and what's wrong, you know. So all throughout the Bible, you know, it's telling you to judge, right? Because that's our main problem as Israelites. We just want to be damn homosexuals and whores, and then say only God can judge me, right? Like that's a scapegoat, like a damn cop out, right? But that's not true. Like I said, we gotta warn the wicked of his wicked ways, or the Lord gonna require your blood on our hands. Right? So, hey, we just trying to save your life at the end of the day. But with that, I want to say, call her law, Yahweh Shah, the water, forgive me the spirit to do this lesson, right? And Shalom.